Hello guys, good morning all. So today I'm trying to do a recording to show you guys how to plot resistance and support lines in your chart. This subject is so important because for you to be a great trader, it is one of the two you need to master in order to make profitable trades. Yesterday, after we had a little bit conversation about making the video, I tried to make a video using my desktop. It was a very nice video, but it was so big that I wasn't able to send the link to the WhatsApp group chat because it was so big. Then I tried to upload it on our YouTube channel. I wasn't successful because it was so big. But today, I would like, before we start today's training, to make a real quick video about how to plot the support resistance line. So it's gonna be using my screenshot. I'm gonna be making a screenshot video. When I did the one from my desktop, so you're gonna be able to see how I navigate through the platform in order to get my lines. But being that you guys have been on this training and you know some of the stuff we're gonna be using, like how to get the horizontal line, you will be able to understand what I am doing. But as we continue on this journey in the future, I'll be able to make videos that will detail each training so that when we finish each subject, we can post the video so that participants will be able to go to the video and enhance their learning after the training. So, but to go right into it, I'm now looking at a daily chart. If you look up, where it says D1, you're gonna be able to see that I'm looking at the D1. So the reason why I'm looking at the D1 is because I wanted to make a support resistance, place support and resistance that's gonna be there for a very long time. It's not like I'll make it and remove it tomorrow. So, and this D1, like we mentioned, is for traders that are gonna be, being on a trade for a very long time. But I have to concentrate my effort on getting what we call the support or the resistance from the D1. So I'm looking for the support or resistance that's gonna come from daily, then have a reflection on H4, H1, and the lower time frame. So if you look up here at the price, I will at this time I will use my trend line, because my horizontal line, because that is the only thing you're gonna be seeing. So if you see where I point this horizontal line, you're gonna see two top up there. So the first one and the second one. So that shows you that at that level, each time that market hit there, the traders will be looking at it. The first time, price reached there, it went down. Then the second time that price reached there, it also come down. So at least that's the first thing you need to, to be able to see. At least twice price hit there and come down. Another important thing is, like, there have to be a trend. It's not like prices, stalling at that level. No, there has to be a trend. So the first trend, I will also use my trend line to show you the first trend. So the first trend is this. So that is my trend line. So from here up to where we see the first hit. So that is a trend. So we need to see a trend, then price have to go out at that trend. That is one of an indication that, okay, that is a resistance. So but price going there for the first time does not make it a support or resistance level. So we need to have another confirmation, then see what else we were looking at. I also going to use my trend line to show you this. So when price go all the way up there, it retraces and come over here, you see. So it retraces and come over here. Then the next time price was able to try that level again. See, I'm showing you using the trend line. So this thing, the behavior now shows us that we have a resistance, which is this level. So this is our resistance. So but the resistance is right now at the daily. And mind you, we are not really looking for trade at the daily time frame, but we are just trying to analyze the market going all the way to the higher time frame, because that will give you a whole greater, wider outlook on what the market is doing. So I'm not going to be messing with the price analysis or be talking about different subjects. I just have to focus on the subject, which is resistance and support. So next thing you need to do is to see, okay, I was able to identify a support, a resistance now. So how does this resistance plays out on a different time zone, different time frame? So we're now gonna go to the 4H4 and see what this resistance is telling us. So we see a little bit of the line withdrawal over here. You see the line is over here. So but if you see, the gap is a little bit high. So what I mean by the gap is a little bit high is, if you see where price is stalling over here, the second one that I placed, let me change the color so that you will be able to understand this thing more. Okay, if you see the difference between the yellow line and the red line, you see is a little bit the gap is a little bit, there is no problem about that. But then if you look at the yellow line, you see now is touching the body of prices. But if you go to the daily, it's gonna be touching the wick, like the price is touching the wick, the wick, we call it, if you are going up where price close and the high, the difference is the wick. So the red is touching the wick, while if you go on the 4-hour, it's touching the body. So anywhere you do it doesn't really matter, but what matters is that you are able to identify those places that price have difficulties breaking. So those places are here. So what I usually do, I take both the wick and the body. It just doesn't matter, I have to put them into consideration. So what I would do, I would just say, okay, this is where we have a resistance. So here will be my resistance. So it make more sense, because if you look at this setup right now, this is a setup, though we are not really going to go into that. It's still gonna form a different discussion during the course of our training. But if you look closely, you're gonna see price was able to I will use the vertical line to show that. Sorry guys, I'll use a vertical line. I'll just place two vertical line and show you what I'm trying to get at. So I put these two vertical line now, but you will see that here and here price was able to have difficulties to pass through those areas. So price was like ranging a little bit there before it finally calmed down. So there form a very important area you need to work, look at, and that is your resistance. So now you know that, okay, there is my resistance. I have to watch closely what price does there. So this is one of the way you find out how to plot your support and resistance. So I use the higher time frame because we just want to look deep into the market. So another thing you can do if you really want to trade a 5 minute chart, which is where we'll be doing our analysis, where we'll be placing our trade. If you really want to do look for a short-term support and resistance, so you want to check like the hedge one, which is 1 hour time frame, and see, okay, on a short time basis, is there anywhere that price is showing support or resistance? So if you bend it a little bit, so we don't really have much thing there, but the only thing you can see is if I take the horizontal line down a little bit, so I will be able to say, okay, here is like price was having difficulties to break somewhere. Let's see where that place is. So I'm gonna say it's like price is having difficulties to break somewhere here and here. So because you have to look to your left and see how price we are reacting, but I'm gonna say, okay, price is having difficulties breaking here and here. Then I'm gonna extend it and say, okay, probably the reason why price is trying to get return here is because of this thing. So you use prior price action or price behavior to determine how price might react in the future. But like I say, it's still a different subject we're gonna be looking into. So this is a little bit video I just want to dedicate to this to yesterday training. It will give you a little bit information about how we plot resistance and support line. So like I said, I will try to create more video that will detail or give more insight into some of the components of our trading strategies. If even if it has to do with the basics, like learning about the platform, learning about how to analyze the market, risk management, everything that has to do with trading, we have to do a video of it. In fact, next month, I think there is not going to be any intake. There is not going to be any training because that will give me an opportunity to fine tune the training so that we'll be able to, give people more unique and more, to give them a pathway to really understand what is going on or to understand, because from the feedback we've been getting from the last training and this month training, students really want to see, visualize, whatever you are telling them. So it's important that at this stage we pause maybe a month and create videos that will give more insights, more knowledge about what we are doing. So at this juncture, at this point, I would like to pause this video and whenever we make new video, we are going to send the link or the YouTube channel so that you'll be able to go over there and watch the video and keep a record of whatever we are doing. So there are gonna be more video coming in, both professional and unprofessional video, but it's just exclusive for students that are undertaking this training. It's not just for the public, though the public are still welcome to look into it, but we are doing this video exclusively for people we were training, so that they will have more visual understanding of what we are teaching. So I think I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you have any question or any consideration or any misunderstanding about what we discussed so far, do not hesitate to send a comment or discuss it during the training.